Misty, come on. Say hi to the people. Say hi. Meow. Say hi to the people. No? 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 Okay. No. Okay. That didn't work at all. That didn't work at all. Give me 2 seconds. All right. Be free. Okay. Welcome to another little live stream, ladies and gentlemen. This is a bit of a celebratory one because it's been 4 years since Cobra Kai season 3, and I don't know where the time's gone. I don't know, like, it feels like it was yesterday, but it feels so long ago. It's just a mixture of both. And I also apologize in advance if my voice sounds like shit. There's a mad virus thingy going around at the minute that's just sweeping the nation, one person at another. But yeah, it's 4 years. But yes, happy New Year to every single one of you in the chat watching right now. I hope you had a great one, whatever it is you did or didn't do. Happy New Year to all of you. Got 20 people watching already, so smash that like button, people, and then jump in the comments section. Adam, Evan. I mean, this was Pete Cobra Kai. Let's have it right here. Cobra Kai, what's up, dude? Have you seen the numbers for Transformers 1? They've increased massively. I'm staying with you, bro, off the Cobra. Thank you. Cheers. Didn't notice, but I've debated you a few times in live, but I respect your opinion. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And thank you. You don't need to spam it. I do see your comments. This is a let me just preface this ahead of time. I do see all of your comments, guys and girls. You don't need to send them in multiple times. My channel's not that big. Well, that is the great question. That is definitely something for discussion. But for the first, part of this stream, I want to focus specifically on season 3 because I was rewatching it a lot today. I did skip a couple episodes because, trying to do a whole season in one sitting, in one day, it's not easy. Even Cobra Kai, I have a life. But I do enjoy watching just anything to do with season 3, and to me it's absolute peak Cobra Kai, and we're in the new year again. Happy New Year to every single person who's watching right now. There's no better way to celebrate than the trailer that kickstarted this channel's existence, and this is the one trailer that's motivated me unlike any other trailer I've ever seen in my life. And honestly, I know the season 4 trailer people regard as the best one, but I think this trailer for me personally, will always hold more of a special place in my heart because it was the trailer that just started everything.
I thought I was doing the right thing, but I failed you.
I can get copyrighted. I don't care. I couldn't care. Copyright me. I don't care. It feels so real so surreal to see all this now. Like, just little things like this. I mean, seeing Hawk do that in a trailer, beating the absolute crap out of someone. Do you remember the theories that people came up with? Like, oh, he beats the shit out of Johnny. Like, that was never happening. Then again, there was once upon a time this guy reacted to the season 2 trailer and said Mike Barnes should be in season 3 or 2. Like, Jesus. Honestly, this soundtrack, the score of this trailer goes hard.
The whole reason these kids got into trouble was because of us.
That right there, the minute we get Robbie's dark side turn.
Let them suffer because of our issues. The only way to
Look at it, every character shines. Now, I will say this.
The only way to end this, can't let them suffer.
Out of all the kids, Tori doesn't really get a great deal this season. She is kind of on the shorter end of the spectrum regards to the other characters, but she was starting to get some nuance here. But everyone else, though, gets served greatness.
So, what do you say?
Your enemies think they're the...
Miguel won something more important than a trophy. This is what Cobra Kai fans never fail to understand. He won the fight for his life.
Your enemies think they're the hero, and you're the villain. There is no good.
What was that?
Look at this freak. There is no bad.
I'll never forget my height. The thing is, I remember when I first watched the season 1 trailer, I always felt like Kyler could have had a shot of being in the dojo even after Hawk and Miguel beat the shit out of him. So to see him here was like, good, integrate him. What would that dynamic be
Hardly
like?
weak, but strong.
Bang.
What are you, Tango and Cash?
Tango and Cash were
This
not
is the
fox
team up that we
detectives.
live
I'm
for.
sorry. You do realize neither one of you are cops, right?
I thought we were the good guys.
That you
Try to
see,
be.
oh mate, like
There's one thing I do know.
just that whole segment, like Sam coming into her own. This right here, Dimitri flooring Hawk straight on the. Sorry, at the time, I found it extremely satisfying, because honestly, in season 2, no one pissed me off more than Hawk.
Extremely
I really enjoyed seeing this mofo get dropped on his ass. Okay, I keep going into the wrong tab. Let me get rid of that. All right, there we go. Better. And then, you got Dimitri having some kind of swagger about him. And this is where I thought Dimitri was like he was really growing as a fighter. Lo and behold, season 6 happened, but we won't talk about that.
You try to be.
And this that right there, that sold me on Robbie. Now, let me take you guys back before I got dubbed Robbie fanboy. I freaking hated this guy when he was in. I couldn't stand him. As soon as he was brought into the damn show, Miguel and Sam were together. There just started to be a bit of conflict. We were all on Miguel's side of things. And then comes this Vanilla Ice 90s bad boy. Like get out of here. Like, just go away. Go away. And then this season happened. And I was like, you know what? Green Ranger. I love it. Not to mention, he's had a juvie fight. And I remember doing videos talking about that juvie fight and saying, hey, and also the guy got a haircut. That's another thing. The thing is with a juvie fight, there's no holds barred. There's no rules. There's no point stipulations. It's just you and your opponent. Good luck, And the thing is, Robbie fighting someone like Sean made sense because of the people he used to hang around with, like Trey and Cruz. You needed someone of a street background for him to deal with. And this is what I've always said. And I stand by this. Miguel has aura, as people call it. He has aura. But he's the only one I could see stacking up to someone like Sean or just people of a street life. Robbie is from that world. He's from that world. People like Dimitri, Hawk, they just adapted it. Robbie is a street kid. I've said it before. It was just nice to see him in a setting that was away from just a real world setting,
There's one thing I do know for sure.
And then Sam coming into her own. Of course, we got the Saturday morning crazy cartoon villain here, but
Run away from your problems.
But this stuff, this is what's missing from season 6. This right here, these two. This is where I have to dog on season 6 a little bit. It's missing this. This is the Sam that people like. Not the one that's entrenched in love triangles every 30 seconds. And this right here. Other than Robbie's dark side turn, Sam and Daniel, Hawk's descent into, the dark side and his redemption, this moment right here. This right here. This is what I was always talking about when I said Stanford is a shit motivator. It's shit when you've got a scene like this.
Never, can't. Those are just words, they're meaningless.
That's what Miguel has been missing for 3 seasons. 3 seasons. And honestly, in season 4, he's standing there like a marshmallow. In season 5, yeah, he's grown and he's developed. But again, he's just kind of standing there. They're just not really, not really giving him much. Season 6, his reasons for winning it are poor. And then as soon as we get to part 2, now we've got the motivation kicking in. And my friend Noah, TCK, makes a great point. He should have just gone with the notion of, I don't need a reason. I just want to win. Because in season 3, what does Miguel say to Johnny? I need to prove it again. I need to prove that I can win. See, I'm telling you, season 3 is honestly, it's the best. Yes, we know, Miguel. Come on. All right, guys, don't comment the leaks. We know. Come on. Don't comment the leaks. That's all Miguel ever needed. Literally all Miguel ever needed was just to say, screw it, I want to win. How about that?
Can't. Those are just words. They're meaningless.
And this right here was the slap that was heard around the world. Bang.
You're not a kid
And the 3, 2, 1, go. Honestly, the coldest entrance of
The
anyone.
world is
I remember seeing this scene, and I didn't even I didn't even know what it was, but to see it being a dream sequence is cool. Now that right there, arguably Robbie's the most badass shot of Robbie in the entire show, bar the moment with him and Quan. This is probably number 2. I'm gonna say this is number 1. I'm sorry, it's still good. Kickstart 2021. Shit, man. 2021. We're in 2025. Christ, I'm old. And then this right here, Miguel's coma sequence, everything, just the whole, him waking up again, and then, you know, with the score that Leo and Zach did. Honestly, this is peak Cobra cut. It's so good. Every character gets shined. And then the interaction that I'd wanted since season 2. Right there. And then you know what season 4 did with this? Bugger all. Honestly, season 4 for me was the massive turning point of this show. And not in a good way. And then this right here, Johnny helping Miguel walk again and just, you know, even this scene where Miguel tells Johnny to shut up, you know, it oh man, he Cobra Kai.
always be your teacher.
No. You're his dad. Oh. Now, I understand why people don't really like where the show's taken Miguel since this point, because since this, it feels like Miguel doesn't really have anything in terms of motivation.
Oh, shit. That's all right. You felt like a champ.
And then the cinematography of anything Okinawa, reading the letter, Kumiko,
Let's find out.
Chosen himself. It just the whole thing. Oh, peak times. There you go. Happy New Year, people. Honestly, season 3, best season. And if anything, now we're at a point where I feel like season 5 could have been the ending. But we are where we are. Now, I made a list while I was going through the episodes. And this is how good season 3 is, right? Bear with me. Look at that. Okay. Where is it? Let me start from. Okay. Miguel and Johnny in the hospital. So any scene with them two in the hospital is freaking gold. The motivating him to get out of the bed, Miguel flipping at him and saying, "Hey, I'm in this because of you." And I noticed that both Miguel and Robbie have like a sort of similarity, and they're both clashing with their senseis at the same time, again showing their yin and yang. But Miguel flips out at Johnny. It reminds me of the scene from Creed 2 after Victor Drago destroys Adonis. And he's like, "Look at me." You know, it's beautiful. Robbie's and interactions with Sean, absolutely brilliant. Kreese's backstory, where you just see this incredibly, and this is Kreese's best season, in my opinion, as well, where Kreese is an incredibly nuanced, gray character, where, yeah, he's a bit of a crazy uncle that takes teenage karate a bit too seriously. But in season 3, you know, he was a good dude. He went off to go and be a hero. And, you know, he came back a traumatized war veteran that was treated like absolute crap the minute he got back. And that's a very real issue where veterans of war just get discarded like crap. So I'm glad, you know? Oh, and that's a good point, Joey. For me, being called a Robbie fanboy by basically everyone in this freaking fandom. Is he in this season? Not a lot. But yeah, I'm a fanboy. Daniel and Johnny team up, even just for that one episode where they're driving the car and they're trying to find they go to the chop shop, and they start confronting those chop shop. I was actually in the middle of a very important topic there, and my microphone just completely seized up. It's because my cable is completely screwed. Let me just do a quick audio check. I just need to make sure of something. Yeah, I know. That's why a lot of the things you guys comment. Yeah, I know. A lot of the things you guys comment, I'm already dealing with before you sort it out. Right, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I know. Fat L. There you go. All right, okay. So Daniel and Johnny teaming up, perfect. It was great. Kreese's Cobra Kai, the presence. Hey, Robbie's wall run was freaking flip. He was that guy. The presence of Kreese's Cobra Kai, you just felt it the minute Daniel walked into the dojo. The gray scale, just the feeling, and not to mention you had Rickenberger. He was cool. Sam was coming into her own, not involved in love drama for once, not, moaning and complaining and judging everyone every season, which is something she does even now. Don't call him a monster. You don't know what he's been through. Like, what the fuck? What are we doing? This is why the fandom doesn't like Sam's character. Robbie and Daniel's arrest scene where, I enjoyed talking about that scene primarily because even though Daniel turns Robbie in, Daniel was right. He had to turn Robbie in, otherwise the sentence would have been worse. The situation would have been worse. But Robbie's POV on that is, hey, you betrayed me, blah, 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 blah. And just because you have a POV on something, it doesn't mean that you're automatically right. Just because you have a perspective on something doesn't mean that your perspective holds more weight than the other person. It simply means that Daniel was in the right. Robbie just was in a headspace if he felt betrayed, and he needed to go on that arc that he went on, which led him into the dark side, which led him home. He needed to go through it. And honestly, it was such a haunting scene. Season 1, scene 2 was about Miguel. Season 3, season 4 was about Robbie. Yeah, I agree. That's it. That's basically it. Johnny never gives up, no matter how many setbacks he's given, or how much push he's given. He never gives up. He keeps pushing on. Louis LaRusso redeems himself. It's so small and it's so subtle, but I freaking love it because he has a chance to do right by his family after all the bullshit he caused. And then with the season where Robbie goes to the dark side and Hawk's descending into the dark side, Amanda saying people have a way of coming around. That's them letting the audience, that it'll all be okay. Everything's going to be okay. The doctor that confronts Miguel, where she's like, hey, I did a video on this as well. It's such a small scene, but I love it. That's how much depth season 3 has. Honestly, it's fucking good. She offers him a pillow. She offers him some like chocolate cake, just a ray of sunshine while he's, down on his luck. If you've ever been isolated from people and you've got these lovely devices here, seeing other people do stuff when you're not around, it fucking sucks. Amanda and Kreese, the, bang slap felt around the world. And it was in that moment, Amanda bonded more with Sam. She connected more with her. And I think she really begun to see how, the only weird line was, I think it's more because Kreese was telling him, yeah. I agree. I really hope we see Bobby again. When Johnny and Carmen get married, fingers crossed. I'm hoping for a Bobby and Daniel interaction. I want that. But yeah, Amanda and Kreese, it brought Amanda closer to Sam. That's good. We like that. Robbie and Tori, something as simple as them having that scene at the juvie area. where they were just, I was like, yeah, they're going to put these two together. They're both from the similar walks of life. It just makes sense. I know people sometimes prefer Miguel and Tori and Robbie and Sam, but to me, I feel like Miguel and Sam's a better fit. I feel like Robbie and Tori is a way better fit. I'm sorry. I feel like it's a way better fit. Because she can understand what he's been through. Sam has no fucking idea. Chosen and his return went hard. Everything about it. The flashback to Karate Kid 2, the fact that Chosen like presents himself as this like tough guy, and he's just been screwing with Daniel the whole time. I freaking love that. I love that. And then the scene where he says to Daniel, you know, I wanted to die. I felt great shame. It's never too late to redeem yourself. And Chosen is arguably the strongest fighter in the show. Like, I mean, he just is, you know? Miyagi's presence, similar to Kreese's Cobra Kai. Thank you, Frank. Happy New Year to you too as well. Miyagi's presence is felt throughout the show. It never leaves anywhere. Something as simple as Daniel reading the note, like the letter, going to Okinawa, you know, even interacting with that guy in the bar, about, you know, American cultures and things like that. Just all of that stuff, you know, it's great. I love it. I love it. Short hair's back. I did put it in like season 3 kind of vibes today. So there you go. Robbie and Sam as friends. Yeah, them as a couple. I didn't mind them as a couple at first, but I think Robbie is better with Tori. Just my opinion. And Happy New Year, Luke. Happy New Year, sir. Where was I? Hawk descends further and further to the dark side, and then he redeems. Now, I remember when this trailer, the first time I watched it, I made a prediction, and yeah, okay, I get predictions wrong. I work. I'm a fan, just like you guys. I made a prediction that Robbie would redeem himself and make things right, and Hawk would fall to the dark side completely. I got it the wrong way around. It was like a complete reversal. So I'm happy for that. And then Hawk redeeming himself and saving Dimitri, chef's kiss. Robbie hopes Johnny will show up, and you know he's not coming. Now, I've talked a lot about this fandom, right? Let me just take a quick swig of this. I've talked a lot about this fandom and the lack of empathy with sick-minded, psychopathic individuals that are celebrating Robbie's injury in part 3 like it's something to be proud of. Like, oh, yes, confirmed. Miguel's going to win. It's like, you sick-minded individual, you're celebrating a teenager getting their leg snapped. Last I checked, I wasn't celebrating Miguel going over the freaking balcony. I called Robbie a bitch. Honestly, there's some sick-minded people that have opinions on this show. I'm just saying it. We're at the end of the show. I'm not holding back anymore. Some of you fans are freaking weird, and you deserve some serious therapy. Serious therapy. Because I don't know if your mom didn't give you enough hugs as a kid or whatever, but sheesh. Like, honestly, I had to get that off my chest. Because even though we're celebrating 4 years of this fucking shit, it's honestly, it's ridiculous. It's weird. It's weird. The fact that Robbie can't even have a moment without someone going to oh, but Miguel's better. Just let Robbie have his moment. Just shut up. It's like with Hawk. Oh, but Miguel, just let him have his moment. Oh, but Miguel, but what about Robbie and Hawk? Just sheesh. Honestly, it really fucking grinds my bollocks up the wall. Still annoys me to this day. Honestly, it's freaking no. Sorry, yeah, it's actually really irritating. Really irritating. So annoying. It's like, oh, but Miguel's got aura. Like, Jesus Christ, it's always by some broccoli-haired teenager. All right, anyway, back to the point. Characters can shine equally. Watch other stuff. Watch other movies and shows. But that's the problem, is people don't watch anything else. Okay. Johnny doesn't show up, leading to Robbie's further disappointment. Kyler and his humbling of Mitch. Mitch, I like it when the show humbles a character, but Mitch getting humbled is freaking hilarious. Kyler absolutely decimated him. I freaking loved it. Daniel's Okinawa trip, everything from start to finish with Yuna and Kumiko and Chosen, and just there's a good lesson there that when you put good out into the world, it will come back to you tenfold. You know, it's great. The fact that Daniel's at his lowest and something he did years ago that he never asked any credit for. He didn't ask any credit for. He didn't ask anything in return for by saving Yuna in the storm in Karate Kid 2. He saved that little girl, and 20 odd years later, she saved his business. He wasn't to know, but because he did it, this is the difference between someone who does something selfishly and someone who does something just because they're a good person. Daniel did that because he's a good person. He didn't want anything out of it. That's why Yuna came to help him with his business. And I freaking love that. It's such a good lesson. And especially the world we're in now, and everyone's always the victim in every situation. And on that, the people that say Daniel Glaze Miyagi 24/7, I get it. Can be annoying. Dude's got to chill. But come on, let's not forget who the Karate Kid is. Another rant. Okay. Dimitri putting Yasmin in check. I just found it satisfying. You know, Yasmin was just sitting there at the table, being like, oh, why am I talking to you? And Dimitri's like, hey, you know, my popularity's on the rise while yours is steadily declining. Stuff like that. I just found that hilarious. And then he built the Lego set. She pushed the button, and then she was feeling it. Robbie needs his revenge on Miguel. I'm sorry. They're weird. Get therapy. Therapy. The phrase that I started this channel with, close the laptop, go outside and get some fresh air. Honestly, it's weird, man. Like, with the greatest respect, it's weird. Okay, back to the list. You just made the list. Dimitri versus Hawk. I adored it. It's great. Great to see the Binary Brothers clashing in season 3, not season 6. Sam and Daniel's mirror arc. You know, when she slams the locker and says the school sucks, and Echo, just a parallel is only as strong as the minerals you give it. So her slamming the locker and saying the school sucks, yeah, that's a great parallel. But how did we get there? We got there by Hawk being an antagonizing piece of shit. You know, and then Sam's arc, honestly, Robbie's dark side turn was sick, but Hawk and Sam were tied for my favorite character arc that season. They really were. Kumiko is an absolute sweetheart. Yeah, legendary quote. This right here, this is the tweet. Sam striking back, not taking shit. I enjoyed that. And what's great about it, there is a video for season 3 that I never did called Miyagi-Do Strikes First. The reintroduction of Chosen, you learn that Miyagi-Do's equivalent of striking first is essentially, if an enemy insists on war, you take away their ability to wage it. But it's funny, the same episode that was brought in, Robbie struck first and won. Sam struck first and lost. It's a juxtaposition to show you just because you strike first doesn't mean you'll always win. But it's to show that, you know, where Robbie and Sam were heading in terms of their mindset. And Robbie striking first, the fight with Sean, one of his best fights of the show because it's a real fight. Hawk takes center stage. I love when Kreese says to him, we're going to need, you know, a new champion, someone no fear, no mercy. And then that ominous theme plays. I want to hear that theme come back. Please. Not that you guys know the one I'm talking about. That specific Hawk theme. You know, that. No, okay, hang on. Let me get my pen. I'm gonna mark this because I want to find that clip. That's my pen. Oh, fuck it. Let me find it. And it's just after Kreese kicks Bert out. Now, I have no idea if the soundtrack is going to play in this, but Yeah. Hang on.
Good. We might be able to get some new strength in our core. Need a new champion.
New champion? No
And
fear.
no mercy.
That one. That one. That one. God, Hawk. Oh, Hawk was killer this season, man. Honestly. Honestly, season 3. Sam drop kicking Rickenberger. I thought it was fucking hilarious. I don't need a story reason for it. It was just brilliant. I love how they tried to use football. I know soccer for you. I know football for us. They tried to use football as a decoy. And then Sam just says, fuck it, and just kicks him straight in the face. Like, she drop kicks the shit out of him. Sorry. It will never not be funny. It's honestly, it's hilarious. I can't, honestly, it's given me so much enjoyment over the years. Just, she has no, oh my God, Cobra Kai World, I forgot about that. In the house, for the house fight, if you died, I wouldn't even attend you. God, I hate your stupid face so much. If you died, I wouldn't even attend your funeral. They kicked the fucking shit out of me. The season 3, man, it's got it all. It really does. Hang on, this bit here. This bit here. Right, wait for it. Not this bit. After Dimitri does the kick, Sam just goes, bang, hey-ya! Like, for no reason at all. Like, well, I mean, obviously not for no reason, but she doesn't even try to hide it. She just boots him right in the face. Your last chance, Johnny. This is your last chance, Johnny. This is your last chance, Johnny. This is your last chance, Johnny. Because he's not saying the truth. He sees Johnny as his son, and he wants to continue it with his son. He's not saying the truth. Johnny's speech to Miguel that was in the season 3 trailer that prompted Miguel to try and rise out of the bed in the hospital. One of the best things I've ever seen in pop culture. It spawned this channel. It spawned everything, and I'm grateful to that one speech alone. Kreese and Robbie. Any scene with those two was freaking gold. Even the deleted scene that wasn't kept. I know you've all seen the one. Brilliant. And then telling Robbie about his dad. Like giving Robbie all of this stuff that, yeah, your dad was like this, your dad was like that. When you got to think about it, Robbie's whole life, he's heard Johnny's story told to him one way or through what he's seen Johnny do. But to hear Kreese, who's like a big fan of him, telling Robbie, oh yeah, your dad was this, that, whatever, recontextualizes a few things, you know? Chosen introducing a darker side of Miyagi-Do by striking first. As soon as Chosen was brought in, I was like, yeah, they're going to do Chosen versus Silver. I can see it. Carmen and Johnny. Absolutely. Just, yeah. Also, in 4 years, I'm still drinking these. I go through a lot on stream. You sent them to my house. Where is it? Okay, Carmen and Johnny. I just love that their dynamic flourished. I think they're really sweet together. Miguel and his All Valley committee meeting. When Miguel's speech to bring back the All Valley, one of Miguel's best scenes in the entire show. This is what I mean, right? I'm going to pull up the Miguel that I want for season 6 and that I have wanted for season 6. Not, oh, I need it for Stanford. Like, that's so boring. I'm sorry. Don't anyone try and defend it. You've got Robbie, who has no future. Tori, who has literally no future. Her mum just died. And Miguel goes, oh, I got Stanford. Yawn. Boring. This, however, I'm not going to play it. This. That's the Miguel that I wanted. That's his motivation right there. This is what I'm saying. This is what these Miguel Glazers never understood. It's not about Stanford. This is the Miguel motivation we need. I got a few comments on my last few videos telling me that I'm coping because Axel's a two-man job. Go watch Rocky and tell me that Drago isn't a two-man job. Did it take away from the fact that, you know, Rocky still won and it was still heart-pounding and emotional? No. Jesus, man. Idiots. Daniel reading Miyagi's letter. Great. Kreese telling Robbie to strike first. Got absolute chills. I got absolute chills. Eagle Fang in its existence. It was cool. Kreese and Silver. The flashbacks with them in Vietnam were freaking gold. Anything to do with Betsy. It was almost like a Wonder Woman, Captain America type of situation, which is very, you know, fitting for a World War II type of story. Not a World War II, or just a war type of story because this is Vietnam. Chosen acting his Karate Kid 2 self. He can be redeemed. Robbie's isolation from everyone, including when he's responding to Sam on the emails. Juvie changes a guy. I remember doing a few videos about that. And, you know, look, I don't pretend to know everything. I've never been in the system, but I know a few people who have. And when I tell you, Juvie changes a guy. It does. Because you have to adapt or you get eaten. And the thing is, when Sean introduces himself and he's like, Angel, my sweet, sweet Angel, he's not doing it to Angel specifically. He's doing it to Robbie. Think about it. Sean's the big dog in Juvie. Robbie's arrived there with a reputation of nearly killing someone in a school fight and being a karate guy. That's a statement to Robbie. It's a statement. And when Robbie and Sean kick the shit out of each other, there's a mutual respect that's formed there. And I think, you know, any guy that's a guy's guy, if you've ever been in a scrap, sometimes respect is formed, a two-way street, when you throw down with people. It's a guy thing. It just happens. You may not like it. It's the way it is. Tough. Chosen helping Daniel in every way, shape, or form. I love it. Robbie's fight with Sean, great. Miguel having fun. Not worrying about therapy, not worrying about the karate, not worrying about walking again. He just goes to the rock concert and has a great time with his dad. Not his sensei, his dad. Amanda versus Kreese. Hawk's guilt, especially after snapping Dimitri's arm. Respect between Sean and Robbie, and Miguel versus Kyler. Now, obviously, there's a truckload more, but I couldn't be asked to keep writing anymore. I've done 50 million videos on season 3. But Miguel versus Kyler, for me, gave me freaking chills. The minute Kyler walks in, Miguel looks at him. Obviously, we know Miguel can kick his ass easily, but this is Miguel who's just got out of his coma. He's just got back to walking again. It's so powerful for him to fight someone like Kyler, because that's the person whose ass he first kicked when he started karate. So it's almost like he's reborn again, and Kyler's the entry point to that, you know? Oh, and last but not least, Johnny and Ali. Johnny and Ali and their embrace and their hug, everything about it was so wholesome, so sweet, and I really very much enjoyed it. And I think, you know, there's a lesson there that sometimes not all relationships can end badly, you know? Sometimes, even if they do end badly, give it 10, 15 years. You may see that person again and you go, hey, we were young. We make mistakes. Life goes on. I wish you well. It's a beautiful message. And yeah, loads more. Like, guys and girls, comment below your favorite stuff, like from season 3. Because honestly, I could talk about season 3 for freaking ages. I will never, ever, ever get bored of talking about it. I mean, it's even crazier because for me, my favorite scene, we all know my favorite scene. It's obviously this one. And I know people will say, oh, of course. Yeah, I'm a Anakin fanboy. Come on. I love dark side turns. It's just like, you know, oh, I can trust, you know, and all that. And he's like, but you could be. And then obviously, to anyone that thinks Robbie ever stood a chance, no. Is it kind of funny when Robbie gets slammed into the locker? Yeah, it's kind of funny. But to me, other than this being a cool scene, again, this is why I say some Cobra Kai fans, you're psychos. This is sad. This is his son. Like, what would it? Oh, but Johnny tried apologizing to him. But you're looking at it from a Miguel point of view. That's the problem. Forget Miguel. Miguel has no relevancy to this scene right here. Miguel's not the factor. You're mentioning him where he isn't. This has nothing to do with Miguel. This has everything to do with Johnny not being there for Robbie all of his life. If Miguel didn't exist and Kreese got to Robbie first, this scene still would have happened. And look, I don't mean to play that card, but I feel like with this particular dynamic, you can relate to it a lot more if you've been through it. And when I tell you, I know guys who absolutely hate their fathers. They absolutely hate them. This would resonate with them so much. Oh boy, does it resonate with them. So to me, as cool as it is, it's sad. It's his son, you know? And no matter how much he's trying to swing for him, Johnny doesn't want to hurt him. And then Robbie gets a hit on him, but that's only because Johnny doesn't want to hurt his son. But I always said, look at this shot here. Other than that face expression there, it's the way the camera starts panning this way as strike first, strike hard, no mercy is kicking in, as Robbie's unloading on him, like again and again and again as they're moving towards the camera. You know, it's great. And then obviously this right here, get out. You know, like all those memes everywhere. Get out. I probably just spawned another one now. Someone's going to come up with another one. It's like the same thing I say with Miguel on the captain's headband. It's nothing to do with Robbie. Miguel just wants to be valued by Johnny. That's it. Yeah, spit my gun out. There we go. But yeah, get your comments in, people. What did you think of season 3? And is there a video that I did over the years that brought you to this space? Most likely it was a season 3 one. No, Hawk is not a spy. My best friend and left him some bad stuff resonating in his head. Johnny was the one he pointed. Yeah, that's a shame, man. I'm sorry, dude. And that's the thing. This show right here is so important for the youth of today. I've talked a lot about it, and I'll keep talking about it. Just the difference it makes. Like, I saw a post on Instagram where it showed, like, you know, Keane versus Kovacevic, like the minute Robbie walks, and then you see like that TV shot of Robbie, and then someone combined it with the shot in season 3 where Johnny's looking at the TV and there's a manhunt underway for and they're looking for Robbie. This right here, hang on. So you've got one sec. Hang on. There you go. So you got that scene right there in season 3, and then you got that scene in season 6. You know? It's like he's been on TV before, but now he's doing it for a different reason, you know? That's just the way I see it. I understand Robbie's point of view. I mean, anybody would feel that way. Thank you. Like, the thing is, you don't... This is what people... Just say Miguel's your favorite, people. What you need to understand, when your dad hasn't been around for 16 years of your life, he says, I'm going to be there for you, and then all of a sudden, he shows up with this kid? Like, how are you going to feel? Like, I'm sorry, the lack of empathy in this fandom is incredible. Still never fails to amaze me. Once this show is said and done and people grow up and they stop worrying about who's winning and who's fighting, and they look at the actual story, the character development on Robbie, I did say he was the long stretch. I did say he was the sleeper arc. And look where we're at. Robbie has my favorite arc of the show. Still. Hey, Christian, how are you, man? Happy New Year, dude. Part 3, Johnny and Sensei Wolf. It's way more personal. The brawler part. Yeah, it's gonna end with Johnny and Wolf. 100%. Everyone's like, you know, oh, I think it's going to be Robbie that wins or Miguel that wins. It's going to be Johnny. Come on. Gender, what? Is this a prank call? Kevin says 3 or 5 is easily my top favorite episode of the season. Top 5 episodes, the whole show. The whole show. So good. Wow. Some of you need Jesus. Yeah, Robbie and Hawk working together was interesting. It was just interesting to see different interactions. Even Kyler and Robbie, you know? Like Kyler was hyping him up like, yeah, he's a natural Cobra and all that kind of shit. It was definitely interesting. I knew you were my favorite student. Ah, God, that would get me teary-eyed. Exactly. That's what's happened with it. Chosen One, Cobra Kai. Oh, God, don't remind me of those. Season 3 was always Robbie's best season. Happy peak anniversary, season 3. Damn straight. Get some beers in honor of our boy Noah here. Robbie does have a lot of drama. Exactly. Do you think Hawk and Miguel should fight for the captain's headband in 3? I'd like to see it. I mean, Hawk will lose, of course, but gives Hawk one more badass fight to go out on. It pays off the season 4 fight, All Valley fight. Okay. The 2 fights with old and young Kreese is some of the best television I've ever seen. How creative it was. Yep. It started with him. That's why it's called Cobra Kai. Plus, he's going to bring Cobra Kai back. I mean, we know this. But the thing is, everyone that uses the whole it started with him, it should end with him. It's an ensemble cast. Of course, it's going to end with Johnny. Duh. But how you end it is as important as ending it. I've said this before. Just because you can end it a certain way, you need to earn it. When I'm watching Top Gun Maverick, just because it started with Maverick, does it mean that, you know, Goose, Rooster and Hangman don't have their moments? Like, how you get there is as important. I don't drink. Later stream. Julian, what's up? Happy New Year. I wonder if in part 3 of Robbie go through what Miguel did in hospital. That's what I'm thinking they're gonna do. I think they're gonna do that. I think they're gonna flip roles. I think Robbie's gonna be the one in the Miguel position this time. Also, like, Miguel's gone through more than Robbie. I'm not even gonna answer that. How they fooled us. I mean, obviously, let's be fair. Miguel was crippled. They fooled us making believe we were watching a character when it was totally different flashbacks, not once but twice. Yep, I know. That was such a good misdirect. The fact that let me pull up the fake Silver, if you will, where he basically walks and talks exactly like you think Terry Silver would, but it's not Terry Silver, and the guy gets killed in front of Terry Silver, and then you now know why Terry is the way he is, because he's adopting the traits of their dead friend. Yes, there will be. If it ends with a tiebreaker televised between Johnny and Wolf, goosebumps. It's gonna happen, and I guarantee you that those like the crane kick is to train Johnny for that fight. Sorry. Exactly, it needs to be earned. I'm sorry for all these season 1 people that are like, yeah, Cobra Kai. Like, yeah, it's like we need to earn it. It's got to be earned. You've gone against Cobra Kai for the last 5 fucking seasons. Sorry. You had Miguel nearly die in the school fight. You had Robbie go to prison. You had Hawk nearly kill a guy. You had a student die on live TV. You had Silver take over the valley. You need to sell me that the whole valley is rooting for Cobra Kai. You need to sell me. Like, you have to sell me. You really have to sell me. Robbie and Miguel as the senseis. That would be great. I think, yeah, like at the end of this show, Johnny and Daniel, they should retire from sensei. Like, they'll be there as, like, they're basically going to be Grandmaster senseis, if you will. Like, basically what Yoda is to the Jedi Council. They'll be there if they're needed, but the fight goes to Anakin and Obi, you know? Exactly. I have my faith in the writers, but we'll see. It's a good point. What's up? And that's the thing. That's my one complaint. Robbie's moment is undone the very next episode. But they do that a lot with characters. They did that with Hawk as well. I know people will have their personal feelings on this, but Robbie should have won in season 4, not Hawk. Sorry. Because what did they do with Hawk's win? If you were going to have Hawk win, do something with it. They did nothing with it. Nothing. It actually really, it really frustrates me when something is done for no other reason than, hey, it looks cool. Eli holding the trophy. Yeah, it looks cool. What did you do with it after that? Nothing. Last Jedi. Ugh. Technically, the show started in 1984. In your opinion, what do you think is the most evolved and most mature version? Oh, season 6 by a mile. Country mile. Would you make Hawk? Hawk doesn't need to. I'm going to say it. Hawk doesn't need to win a trophy. In my opinion, compared to the son of Johnny Lawrence and Johnny's main student, Miguel, Hawk doesn't need to win anything. Sorry, he doesn't. Sorry, I don't like the fact, and yeah, call me a fanboy. It's storytelling. You have the son of Johnny Lawrence not winning a trophy. I don't like it. Sorry, I don't like it. But the way I see it, hey, his arc is entwined with Miguel now. It's just the fact that Hawk had the win and they did nothing with it. They had such a good story for Hawk's champion reign to be something good, and they did nothing. So it really annoys me. While Miguel gets the win in part 3, Robbie gets the shine. Yeah, it'll be fair. Happy New Year, broski. Same to everyone in the chat. Remember, Cucurella is a twat, and shout out to Mr. Nose. Respectfully, 50-50 agree. Want to be my boyfriend, Jacob? I'm spoken for, but I appreciate the offer. My one true love is Robbie Keane, apparently. That was a great scene. That was a great scene. I love that. Oh, Robbie will go down swinging. He'll be all right. Do you think there'll be an All Valley under it? Well, if there's a time skip, I hope that they do a throwaway line that, you know, Kenny won it. Don't worry, Jermaine, you're all right. I know, bro. I mean, it's true. Like, you know, my boyfriend's Robbie Keane. Come on. Jesus Christ. You know what? Fuck it. Let's... If Stuart's watching the stream, there. I'm Kevin Feige. Imagine Miguel wins a second. It says you did it, Miguel. It says no, we did it. Oh, callback to season 2 would be absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I would love that. What would you have done with Hawk after season 4? Anything. Like, really, it just feels like they regressed him. Like, honestly, season 4, the more I think about it, really pisses my bollocks up the wall. Like, the premiere is good. The Robbie and Kenny stuff is good. The All Valley's good. In between, I don't know what happened. It's just the fact that they did nothing with it. That's what annoys me. All this talk of Miguel and Robbie, forget these two for a second, right? Look, forget these two. Let's talk about Hawk. You give him the All Valley, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, this is out of freaking left field, but all right, I'm interested. You have my interest. You've taken a risky you've made a risky decision. I'm on board. 69 viewers. I'm on board. What did they do with it? They said, we don't want to do any of this. Here's what we're doing. You can't do that. It felt like he was season 2 all over again. Hated it. Sorry. Didn't like it. I'm starting to feel like season 2 may have its issues with love drama, but I'm genuinely enjoying season 2 way more than 4. And I'm being real. Like, you take out the All Valley, you lose a lot. The only reason to watch season 4 is Silver's season. I get tired of questions like these. Do you think Robbie won the school fight? No, Miguel had him dead to rights. Like, you can see what's, you know, not a slight at you. It's 4 years of being asked the same question. What was I going to say? Had a brain fart moment. We got 64 people watching right now. Smash that like button, people. Also, the Kings of Pop Culture draft will be continuing very, 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 very soon. We're going to be doing a fatal 5-way. So the people that dropped out in the elimination rounds, the 5 of them are going into a fatal 5-way draft. The winner of those 5 goes into the semi-final draft, and then I draft 2 triple threat matches. So that's going to be good. Looking forward to that. And your boys in the semis. So we'll see. And joining me in the semis is Evan, Cody, Darius, and Gian. Had to think about that then. Sorry, Gian, if you're watching. Robbie won. Robbie won't win anything in part 3. Your life now has meaning. Congratulations. Get a job. Exactly. That you see, you get 2 types of fans in this life. Robbie will not win anything in part 3, and then this. I wanted to see Hawk do a bit more of that, but hey. Please tell me sometime before will we have another Robbie video for one last time. Yep. To everyone that has called me a fanboy over the years, thank you for the views, the likes, the trashing comments, slandering me. There will be one more final Robbie video, and then it'll be done. What will I have to talk about with it? Be over. Now, in case you're wondering, what will I be doing after that? Because I've never said that this is a Cobra Kai specific channel. I just talk Cobra Kai over here. So my focus will shift more towards DC and Batman and Superman and things like that, you know? The last Robbie video. Yep. The last one. I will say this, though. I was leaked Kwan's death, and I'm very 50-50 on it. They need to, again, like I was saying with Hawk's trophy win, it's about purpose. What will you do with it? Now, I've said, and I was one of the first to say this as well, that little dream sequence where Daniel's fighting the skeletons, one of them will take their mask off, and it will be like an undead Kwan. Guarantee it. It'll be an undead Kwan, 100%. Nah, I don't think Daniel will kill anyone. I think Kreese will do that. Will you talk about Karate Kid Legends? A little bit. You wouldn't have done the captain's thing? Oh, wow, interesting. There's a lot of that going around at the moment. Could Robbie appear in the Karate Kid Legends and train with Lee Thong? And could Robbie win a street career? I don't know. We'll see. It's more of a Sony thing, that film. What if the crowd who's watching the Sekai Taikai sees that Silver is rigging the Robbie versus Axel match? And they get mad? Yeah. So that's the one thing out there, is that Silver basically rigs it so Robbie loses for the world to see. So Robbie gets cheated. Robbie gets cheated. So what he was going to have in season 4, he has in season 6. Robbie gets cheated, and then they do this thing where Miguel wins his fight against Axel. Miguel holds that trophy, and then Gunther is a massive Rocky fan, but Silver will be now exposed to the entire world. I wouldn't be surprised if Gunther says, we now have dual champions. I really wouldn't be surprised. Thank you, Moz. That should be the title of your final Robbie video. Nothing else, just literally the last Robbie video. You're getting me sad. Yeah, the All Valley and Silver saved that season. They really do. Like, I can watch it. It's a good comfort season, but when you look at the bigger picture of the story, do you think Johnny wins over Wolf using the crane kick? Do you know what? It could be cheesy as hell. I am so for it. Crane kick him right in the face. Silver tries to kill Johnny for winning against Wolf. Oh, that could happen, I guess. Another Robbie video. Writers proved they're good at leaving stuff for resolve next season. So, yeah. There's a lot of ways this can go. It's tough. Right. If Silver starts blowing shit up, then... Sorry, am I watching Oppenheimer? Right. Best thing to do in this situation, okay? Hold on. Hold on a sec. So, Cobra Kai season 6 is goofy as hell, okay? And it's cheesy as hell. But at least it's this level. It's somewhat manageable. If they start blowing buildings up, also, family. Yeah, that's the way I'll describe that. No, Axel, Miguel, and Robbie. No, Axel, Miguel, then Robbie. Stop. The glaze is so real. Oh my gosh. Get a job. Christ's sake. Axel's a freaking tank. Alone, Robbie and Miguel do not stand a chance. The reason why Miguel and Robbie will win is because of plot. Obviously, because there are two characters, but Jesus. It's like whenever you say anything on this show, people take it so personally and think you're attacking them. It's like, sorry, are you Robbie or Miguel? Like, did I miss something here? If you need a fictional character to help you feel better about yourself, then that's a problem. Sorry. Just the way it is. Anakin clears all of them. Now, that would be really sweet. He's trolling. Yeah, I know, but when you've been dealing with it for 4 years, it can get annoying. It's not that deep. I prefer Miguel. The Glazers are going too far. Oh, I know. I think Robbie starts doing it and then resorts to cheap shots. That will definitely happen. I'm also looking for what they do with Miyagi's storyline. What are they going to resolve when they leave for nothing? Yeah. Miguel wins with the coma kick. Yes. That kick he did in that coma. Yes, please. I need that. You think they'll jump the shark and have another tournament brawl? If the place starts blowing up, it'll be just about getting out of there. Johnny will use Shiro's Raw. Oh, nice. Life is short. Don't waste it. Name 5 characters you want to appear. Well, it depends on how the movie plays out, but I can guarantee you Jaden Smith's going to be in the movie. 100%. And then at the end somewhere. Yeah, that'll probably... Yeah. I mean, look, Robbie's basically Daniel. Miguel's basically Johnny. Oh, Jesus, Quan is another level. Will they address Silver's health? Oh, for sure. Because the thing is, he'll say, I'm dying anyway, so why not blow up stuff? I agree with your statements about Robbie, even though at the time season 3 he wasn't my phase yet. That's fine. That's fine. Guys, you can disagree or agree. That's fine. It's fandom. We all have an opinion. So, Jacob, what is your vision for the final shot of the series? Daniel and Johnny on the beach. That one. Yes, there'll be a brawl. I mean, could you imagine, like, while Robbie's in a crutch and he's trying to hobble, he's hobbling out of the building as the building's on fire, and then he sees Axel trying to fight someone, he just throws a crutch. He just picks up his crutch and throws it at him. Now, that would be bloody hilarious. No, he's on their level, not better than them. Come on. Quan's biggest feat is his mind games. I want that laugh back. Yes, I do. He calls up, so I couldn't know without my brother. Change the screen to men's division. Oh, that would be so sweet. That would be... You can't tell me that wouldn't get anyone emotional, man. Think about it. Miguel and Robbie, Miguel winning it on the place where Miguel and Robbie's rivalry really freaking cemented every year. And to where Miguel and Robbie started, the two of them together, I love it. Hector crashes. Oh my God. I don't think we got enough time to bring Hector back in here. Episode 14. It's probably. I've avoided talking about the leaks, guys, as best as I possibly can, but we're close to the end game now. There's definitely some things people keep sending me. And there's things that you guys keep talking about. Some of them are probably bullshit. Some of them probably hold weight, but we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. I just want a good ending. Well, Robbie doesn't deserve any source of happiness, Jacob. You should know. I know. He doesn't deserve any happiness. Jesus Christ. People are nasty, man. Do you think they... Yeah, for when Daniel and Johnny do a training montage? Yeah. Miguel Diaz and Robbie Keane for the men's division. Damn. Do you think Kreese will save Robbie? Oh, God. Oh, God. They're going to get really melodramatic with this now, aren't they? Oh, God. How big of a time jump do you think there'll be? I give it a couple of months. I give it a couple of months. Because then that gives time for both Robbie and Miguel to train for Axel. And the thing is, I love what Axel represents. And there's a comment that said it best. Axel is proof that the world is bigger than you. Everyone thinks that Miguel, Robbie this, Robbie, Miguel that. Axel's not involved in their drama. Well, until now, but not involved in their drama. And he wants to win. Like, you know. Oh, yeah, that'd be nice. Gunther announces Miguel, and Miguel runs up and whispers in his ear. A few seconds later, Robbie's called up in the last shot. That, if they do anything less than that, the way I treat the Miguel-Robbie dynamic, think of it as you have a best friend. Would you not want to see your best friends shine the same way as you? Like, I know for damn sure that if me and RJ were like going at each other, butting heads, and we're in a tournament and only one of us can bring it home, I'd want him to do it. And then if I got screwed out of it and he held my hand up to celebrate with me, I wouldn't know what I'd do. That it's such a wholesome. If they do that, I'd be balling. Honestly, that would be my favorite shot in the entire show. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I love Johnny and I love Daniel and I love the legacy characters. But if you do that with Miguel and Robbie, if my best friend was Miguel, yes, but if my best friend was Robbie, no. Damn. Brutal. That is brutal, man. Fucking hell. Hector not coming back soon. Yeah, there you go. Robbie saying Lawrence and not Keen. That would have been great. Is there one specific thing you do not want to see? I don't want to see any more love drama. I know people are talking about Miguel and Zara having an interaction, Miguel and Sam's thing. I don't want love drama anymore. I'm over it. Like, come on. That's my main thing. And also, I don't think Miguel would willingly fraternize with the girl that was with his brother. Yeah, I don't. You open a can of worms there. We get a scene where Robbie on crutches gives the trophy to Miguel, just like his. Well, if Robbie's on crutches and he's hobbling with the trophy over there, that's going to be bloody hilarious. That would take me right out the moment. I would rather Miguel holds it with him. Sounded bloody weird. Iron Dragons versus the Core 4. Nice. Is Lee Fong Kwan's little brother. Yeah, that's going around quite a bit, but we'll see. It's the Sean effect. What's your problem with the love drama on the show? It's just so overplayed. You know, it's like, I've said it for the last 4 years. I'm not gonna repeat it. Yeah, Sam and Miguel will definitely have disagreements, but I'm sorry, Sam. Can we talk about Sam's arc, please? She has no arc this season at all. She's just there. I don't like it. I'll probably be live for another 10 minutes, guys, or so, or even 5 minutes, because then I'll round off. I like keeping streams to like an hour and 15 now. And look, if there's anything I can say now, I've got 70 people watching. Jesus Christ. Thank you all for watching, by the way, over the years. So we're on 43 likes. Come on, smash that like button, people. If there's anything I can say over all of these years, you know, we're in the new year and we were reminiscing about season 3 for a good 40 minutes of the stream. Why did you have to go and comment that? You think I broke your heart? You broke mine too. You cheated on him. How did Robbie? Sorry, it makes no sense. Oh, Juliana, what's up? In terms of consistency, I put 2 over 4, but I think Love Drama season 4 was worse. It felt cheap. I think Love Drama in general in this show is a problem. It was about season 3 for a good half hour, 40 minutes. I did good. Yeah, well, everyone's going to get an arc and everyone's going to get an ending, but the quality of it. Right. Someone's commenting something to do with He's All That. You know, that He's All That with that watch party I did. Oh, God. No, thank you, Jermaine. Jesus. Lord, have mercy on your soul. You need Jesus. That hasn't changed. I tell you what also hasn't changed in 4 years. People shipping me with random things. Jesus Christ. This is why I was hesitant to show my face on camera years ago. But yeah, but boy, do I know. I'm very thankful and grateful to every one of you over the last 4 years that have gone on this journey with me, you know, as I've talked shop about Cobra Kai and anything else. And I mean, look at all that stuff there. That was all of my memories from season 3, and I hadn't even done all of the episodes. You know, it's just great. You know, I'm very grateful to all of you, and I appreciate you guys very much. Despite someone commenting, "What's my size?" Wouldn't you like it? Wouldn't you like to know? Jacob and another Robbie video. Ah! Right. Okay. All right, bet. That's it. Do you think Dimitri and Yasmin will get back together? Probably. You did a watch party for He's All That. That's new depths. Yeah. Mm. Guys, I don't care. How I am. I don't do things for commercial reasons. What you see is essentially what you get. This is me. This is how I would talk if someone said that to me. Someone outright saying, "What's your size?" Like, you tell me. Compensating? Is there a reason that I have a freaking bloody, you know, lightsaber every time that I'm streaming? I mean, Jesus Christ. Thank you, Lupo. Well, let me focus the camera a little bit. There we go. Once it decides to focus. One of the best parts of this show is the theories and stuff discussion. Your videos were the best about this. Now, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm definitely not the best. Cody is the best. I'm not. I'm just me. Why would you put yourself through that torture? Vibes. Oh, it wasn't a vibe. Thank you, Lisa. It's wild to say. Yeah. I don't mind testing relationships and connections, but don't just have characters breaking up and shit like that. Oh, but Robbie and Tori were on a pause. No, they were on a breakup. Sorry, this is me getting personal. I've never ever heard of a pause that wasn't a breakup. I'm sorry, BS. Yeah, thank you. I agree. People get way too comfortable to shit that they wouldn't even say to your face if they were standing in front of you. I remember that watch party, a whole comedy. Tanner's lucky he's so loved. He is. Thank you, Juliana. I appreciate that. We were on a break. But the thing is, even though they were on a break, yes, Robbie should have trusted Tori and whatever, but Tori wasn't talking to him. How's he supposed to know? Communicate. People just don't communicate. That's the problem. People do not communicate. Shit. People do not communicate, and I fucking... As Johnny said, what a bunch of pussies. I know. And the thing is, the people that did that to Aisha are the same people that constantly back and forth. Just say you want to break up. Guys, I'm going to... Right. This is based on my experiences. I'm 27. I know I've got a lot of younger people in the chat. I'm going to talk to you guys like you're my little siblings. There's no such thing as a pause or a break in a relationship. ever. It's a breakup. And if there is one small exception of a pause, excellent communication. Without it, it's a breakup. Sorry. It's just my opinion. Doesn't mean people can't get back together and shit, but it's a breakup. 99% of the problems in Cobra Kai could be solved with a conversation. Exactly. What we got here is, yeah, to borrow a line from Cool Handley, what we got here is failure to communicate. Robbie just assumed Tori hooked up with Quan without evidence because Tori wasn't talking to him. She wasn't saying anything. This guy put his arm around Tori. Stop that. She could have just said, don't read into that, whatever else. She just sits there and lets him. He's clearly in a state of mind. He's clearly drinking to absolve the pain. I'm sorry. No, I'm not giving Tori any wiggle room for that. No. Sorry. Not on that one. Not on that one. And not to mention, while Robbie's clearly down in the dumps, what does Sam do? She just fucks off. Thank you. Oh God, yeah. Yeah, I know. People have some weird obsessions. They really do. Like some of these fans be telling on themselves. But alas, forget the love drama. That's why I don't like talking about it. Let's talk with something different. Gunther is probably so confused. Kenny and Devin. Exactly. And this is the thing. If they all rejoin Cobra Kai and Miguel wins, you know, does that mean the points from Miyagi-Do carry over? By then? Like, does it mean they carry over? Because all the students go over there? Just saying. Yeah, like, she just needed to go and talk to... She just needed to say that. That's all she had to say. And the thing is, this is where the show does Robbie a disservice. When he keeps looking at freaking... Stop looking at Tori! It's Robbie's abandonment issues. That's the problem. It goes back to his abandonment issues with his dad, his mum, you know, constantly playing second fiddle to everyone. But the show doesn't tell you that. So you have to either fill in the blanks or you just think Robbie's just not locked in and he's just an idiot. They do that so much and it's really irritating. The show doesn't go all in. I don't think the point should carry over. I was just throwing it out there. Doesn't have to. Yeah, we'll get a crowd. Tori needs to be a better keeper. Thank you. Yeah, I know Tori couldn't focus either. Like she had the same thing. Exactly. And that's what I was leading straight into. Thank you, Mars. You got the point. These are kids. They're kids. They're going to make these mistakes. If it was the adults making these mistakes, I'd have a problem. But it's the kids. They don't know how to act. You can't act if you haven't learned the lesson yet. You got to learn the lesson. Sometimes in life, you got to get your ass kicked. And boy, do I know. Because as time has progressed throughout the last couple of years, I have had my ass kicked more than once. Physically, emotionally, mentally. The last 2 years destroyed my soul. You know, it just wasn't my season. But we're turning the page. We're going into a new chapter, new beginnings, onwards and forwards. Lonely kids, but as Johnny said, there's a video out there that talks about simps, glazers, and angry people. I forgot the channel that does it, but I think it's freaking hilarious. It's so funny. That's a fair point. All right, guys, get your final comments in. You do any martial arts? Not currently. Not currently. That's the thing. I'm real. I never pretend to be something I'm not. I'm just a fan. No, I did flirt with like doing karate as a kid, but I never pursued through. But I do want to get back into kickboxing, so that could be good. Still got 69 viewers. That's always consistent now. Yeah, I don't even if Kreese took that blade, I think he's getting stabbed. He doesn't stand a chance against Silver. Sorry. He doesn't. This right here, Juliana said it perfectly. Hawk is a spy. No, he's not. Yeah, thank you. Well, thank you, Melissa. I appreciate you. I don't really count myself as the Cobra Kai fan community. I just count this as my own little community. Have a great character development this year, and that's my last comment. Nice. Mic drop. Thank you for your authenticity. I appreciate it. Well, I try. I may not always be liked. I may be called a fanboy, and I may say things that people don't agree with. I may be wrong on things. But the thing is, guys, I will always try and be as real and as authentic as I can be. I don't care about commercial reasons. I'm here to tell you my opinion and let the chips fall where they may. And I hope that we can see eye to eye. And if not, that's absolutely fine too. You know, to me, when Robbie is standing there on the world stage, he's in the semifinals, and you see his name. Like, you see his name. Let me find the one image. This image right here, this is something that I think it doesn't matter what Hawk, Miguel, Robbie, it doesn't matter. That's irrelevant. I want you all to just look at this card right here. This is something everyone wants in life. Let me wait for it. Okay. Let me wait for it. This is something that everyone wants in life. Watch this. Okay. That's something that everyone wants in life. That image right there. We want to be appreciated. We want to feel valued. We want to feel like our journey means something, if not to us, but to other people, you know? And this right here it just resonates so much with me. I love it. And if we're going on this like 4-year, Robbie and Daniel had scenes together. Netflix sure doesn't. Lol. Thanks, Christian. I think, you know, and thank you, Mars. I think, you know, for me, when I think back to where I started this channel 4 years ago on a Robbie video of him and Juvie and Miguel rising, I did this one thumbnail where I had like Batman and I photoshopped Miguel's head on top of it. Like, just the journey of all of that. But to go from like Robbie being, you know, a delinquent, a juvenile, a degenerate, you know, doing drugs, to this, to me, that resonated with me so much. It's like the last 4 years, I've changed my life massively in so many ways, you know, compared to what it was 4 years ago. You know, I'm getting back into acting now. You know, I'm pursuing the passions that I've always wanted to. I'm getting my body right. I'm getting my mind right. You know, I'm enriching the connections that I have with people that mean the most to me. And I'm trying, and I'm trying to get better. So I don't have all the answers. I'm still learning. I'm not fully well-rounded, but you know, there is a reason why the Kings of Pop Culture has their captain. There is a reason why the Kings of Pop Culture has their captain. And the thing is, even then, even without me being the captain, they are all captains in their own way. They're all leaders in their own way, and I love them dearly, you know? And I'm grateful to this community and to this space that I built, because all I ever wanted growing up was people I could talk to about this kind of stuff. I didn't have it. I was seen as the weird kid. I was seen as the nerd, you know, before it went mainstream and now everyone's a fucking nerd of everything. Before, when it wasn't cool and you were made fun of or you were bullied for it, to be now where everyone's coming to me. People who wronged me have now come to me wanting to say, hey, yeah, I see you doing your YouTube shit. It's cool. After they laughed at me, laughed in my face, you know? So the way I see it, if you can take anything from what I've just told you, rise above, rise like a phoenix and say, thank you. Do a Quan, tag someone in and do that. Hello there. You go to gym? Yes, I do go to gym. Yeah. But thank you guys. I'm very grateful. Have you seen Squid Game Season 2? No, I need to watch it, Captain Jacob. Exactly. I'm not Robbie Keane. I'm Jacob Angel. Put some respect on my name. This resonates with me a lot. Oh, nah. You're awesome. And who knew, you know, not to get too personal, but putting love into this space that I built here is what saved me. It's crazy. It's crazy. Shout out to Down Under. Good job, Captain. Lawrence versus Kovacic. Oh, if that happens, oh my, I would lose it. I would absolutely lose it. But the thing is that Robbie promo where he said, I've made my own name. Maybe he'll keep it Robbie Keane. 8,000 subscribers is half a stadium. It's mind-boggling to think. That's a crazy point. Make sure, yeah, season 1 and 2, Miguel is a different gravy. Jacob is the real chosen one. Lol. Bro decided to be relatable today. Gosh. Sorry. Oh, God. Lol. That's incredible. I love that. I absolutely love that. I love that to pieces. All right, guys. I will be rounding off in the next few minutes, but I appreciate you guys very much. Thank you for all the love and support. We're on this journey one more time. Shout out to season 3, the best season of the entire damn show. And yeah, I love it. Always holds a special place in my heart. And we move forward. We move forward to bigger and better ventures. And hang on. I went from 1 sec. Let me hold on. Other than this moment shining on the world stage, which is, again, I feel like it's me doing a stream. Like I'm just shining to the world. I know it's something as simple as a small YouTube thing, but it just, I'm owning it for once. For once, I'm owning it. I'm giving myself some damn credit. I want to find it. Now, obviously, I need to do a redo of this video because, there was just... You guys probably have no idea what I'm on about. I just need to... Hang on. Where is it? Not that one. Not that one. Bear with me a second, guys. I'm trying to find the most important thing. Right. Now, obviously... Shout out to my other bros as well, of course. They all know who they are. I'm not going to spend all day listing them out. But this right here. This is my Miyagi-Do locker scene.
Miyagi-Do.
Hang on. I mean, no drinks. Fuck it. There you go. I'll just pretend like I'm getting this. This is my Miyagi-Do locker scene right here. Who are we? Thing here.
Miyagi-Do.
Miyagi-Do. Miyagi-Do.
Who are we?
Miyagi-Do.
Who are we?
Miyagi-Do.
I said, who are we?
Miyagi-Do.
Yeah! Let's go! Yeah, America! Oh, that right there was absolutely perfect. I think, didn't I do one for, hang on. I did one before that, didn't I?
Yes, probably at Standout dish.
Where is it?
He kept looking over at Tori. It was pissing me off.
Yeah, I can relate.
Couldn't you blame him?
Yeah, I was trying to.
That fucking worked.
This was the kids.
Hang on. I think. Wait, was I in the gi or was I in? Oh no! Here's the other one. Cheers. No, wait. Before you take a drink. Who are we?
King.
The king. Kings of hot culture.
Who are we?
The king.
The king.
Who are we?
The
king.
I said, who are we?
The king. The king.
That was sick.
Oh, that's cold. Ow.
You can always rely. Wow. All right, guys. Time to end there. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you guys very, very much. 2025 is here. New season, new beginning. And look, there is one thing I did share to my story today on Instagram that's important. Just because we're in the new year, that doesn't mean you've changed overnight. It just means that this is the opportunity to do things you didn't do last year. This is where you actually change it, you know? Who are you? The chosen one. Who are you? The chosen one. I said, who are you? The chosen one. The chosen one never dies. I love that. Let's play a few clips over the years. I love how I've still got clips from literally my first ever streams. Look, let's go through them all. Yeah, probably not going to happen. That's That right there, that's yeah. Is Robbie gonna win that? No, probably not gonna happen. That one, 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 that one. Yeah, there's loads. Yeah. There's a lot.
Look, if you're so worried about this son of a bitch, why don't we go down there and kick his ass right now?
Is there any more coffee?
Never ever gets old.
Hello there.
Hang on.
Not that hot. When this guy woke up this morning, he was white.
What the hell is wrong with you? I'm really asking.
Absolute, just everything everywhere. Oh God, yeah. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Oh, don't remind me of that holiday special. Ugh. God. All right, peace out, homies. 2025. Have a great year. See you guys very, very soon. And yes, there'll be way more streams going forward as we approach the end. Chosen one never dies.